Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Aphrodite, aka Madam Suave. If you are new here, I would like to welcome you to the community. Be sure to check the description box below and like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. Remember that energy is timeless and fluid. This could be past, present, or future energy. Flip roles if they need to be reversed and only take what resonates, leaving the rest for who it is meant for. The title of today's message is Curiosity Killed the Cat, and the angel number associated with that is going to be 919. Now, this is going to be a audio only message. However, keep your eyes peeled just in case I do end up putting any last minute messages, okay, that I may receive after I am done recording, okay? So you have been up against a lot of people who see what they want to see and believe what they want to believe. And this is because of what they think that they have, okay? So these are false personas that they create kind of like as a protective barrier. So you pretty much drown out all of the noise of what people spew at you because you see beyond the persona or caricature, okay? And I am specifically saying caricature and not character, okay? Because a lot of times, a caricature is someone who is like over the top of, it's like someone trying to be something that they are not. It's like they are over performative, okay? It's like, it's like over performative, almost like in a very like amusing way, okay? And not like amusing good, but it's just like it's very amusing because you can just tell that they are trying to put on a show, okay? It's pretty much what I am getting. And you also, know what's true about you because it is a conviction. This is not a fleeting thought or a feeling. So you cannot be threatened because your identity is permanent, but you threaten the identity that they try to create and cling to because they have a feeling-based identity. What I mean by that is their identity can change just depending on how they feel, okay? So they may feel one way one moment and all of a sudden their identity is different, okay? It's like someone who they switch their identity the same way that they switch moods, okay? You take your time to fully analyze and process reading between the lines, and so it's like reading in between those lines and in between those lines too, okay? And this is just your natural brain functionality, okay? You are reading the true book and not the book that they are trying to give you or the book that they are trying to write, okay? Someone who is playing pretend, okay, fictional, trying to be some fictional character, trying to create or write a story that they want to be true, but it is not true, okay? So you pretty much see beyond all that because your focus is not merely on what people are speaking out of their mouths, okay? So this may be people who are like overly confident, they are full of ego, so it's like they think that they are reading you, but it's just the overcast of their own shadow, and they are simply highlighting it. So really they are reading themselves, okay? It's almost like what I'm thinking about, okay? I'm thinking about, you know how you guys like for like beauty, I don't know, maybe you guys like do like clay masks or something, but the kind of like face mask that it dries, and then once it's been on there for too long, like it starts to crack, the mold starts to crack, and so it's like there are lots of cracks in the surface, and so each time they lash out or get upset, it's like an earthquake, and it's only a matter of time before it collapses, okay? Because I'm literally thinking it's like they cannot, it's almost like this could also be someone who maybe they don't show like a lot of emotion, because what I'm thinking about is like when it gets dry, it's like you can't really, it's like when you try to move your face but can't move your face. Something significant about that. I might have to build upon that later, so yes, be on the lookout, okay? So like I was saying before, you pay little attention to words but great attention to detail. So this could be like little hidden pockets of information that they may not even recognize themselves but give away freely, okay? So you know yourself inside and out and all of your flaws, but may sometimes miss the hidden gems that others notice about you. So when people tell you about yourself, it may kind of like be shocking, but I mean this like in a good way, or it makes you blush, or you get a little shy. It kind of feels like, a nice surprise. So you could be someone who you are harsher on yourself than others because you handle yourself with great care, okay? And you do care about the impact that you making, that you have on others. So maybe you are kind of like hyper conscious of yourself, okay? And not in a bad way. It's just, like I said, you hold yourself with great care, in high regard. You hold yourself to a certain standard, okay? But you may also like when people point out your flaws, and I don't mean this in a bad way, okay? I don't mean like people who point out, maybe like things that may be unnecessary, like people who just try to like pick at little itty bitty things. That's not what I mean, but you may like when people kind of point out your flaws, and these are kind of like good flaws. I don't know how to explain that to you, but it's because you are so aware of your flaws, and it's like it's almost like you're like, like people pay attention, like, okay, like people pay attention. I'm like, because the things that you may not expect people to notice. So I don't know, maybe like it's like a nice surprise when people actually point out things to you that you may already know about yourself, but you're like, oh, okay, you see me, I see you too. You know, I think things like that, okay? Like, you may actually, like, you don't mind it because you are so aware of yourself, okay? So this could be flaws such as, you know, maybe not fully believing in yourself, and it's kind of giving that you have been a little too humble, okay? You've been humble for too long, and it's time to pop your shit, okay? It's time to pop your shit. You are getting ready to see what other people see, getting ready to be able to view yourself from others' point of view, okay? And this is something I remember I don't remember where. It was either like a post that I made like a long time ago, but I was wondering like if anyone else like ever wondered like what it was like to experience themselves without knowing yourself. You know what I mean? Like, how does it feel to first experience you with no prior knowledge of who you are, just like fresh set of eyes, right? Fresh set of eyes, fresh perspective from a stranger's point of view, or just people who, you know, like I said, an outsider's point of view, and not in a bad way where you're like, oh, I'm conscious about what everyone thinks about me. Not like that. It's just like you want to experience yourself outside of yourself, if that makes sense, okay? So, and this is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. You are getting ready to be able to kind of get a taste of what that is like. You're getting ready to kind of see that and experience what it is like to experience yourself from someone else's point of view, okay? This may be overwhelming at first, but the message that I was getting is just remain calm and pretend like nothing has changed, okay? Pretend like nothing has changed. So this is good change, and you will remain, okay? You are going to remain, because for some of you, I'm getting that your identity is very important to you, okay? So maybe, you know, you're always, you know, conscious of, you know, not getting lost in things. So for some, I am getting that, you know, maybe you are a big change is coming, okay? Maybe you are getting ready to embark on like some big journey, and you may be like afraid of losing yourself, but that's not going to happen, okay? That's not going to happen because you have been taking so much time to curate, cultivate yourself. But also, like I said, you are a person of integrity, okay? You are a person of integrity. So you don't need to be worried about any of that, okay? But you do have some drastic changes coming. And you have a very take no prisoners attitude right now. So you are getting rid of all the toxic waste. I was also hearing autopsy or bypass surgery for someone, okay? For someone, you may be learning about this in class. Also, okay, you read somebody down who has no class or decorum, okay? I heard snatching wigs, okay? Or someone is out here snatching wigs, okay? Has no class. For someone, you may be into toxicology. And for someone, okay, so, I mean, you don't have to be a man, but for someone, you are used to always being the wingman, but it's your turn now, okay? You are finding a love to last, or you're feeling like you have already done so. For some of you may be teaching cooking classes, or maybe this is something that you are thinking about, teaching cooking classes. Someone, you could be watching Viola Davis movies right now, listening to Toni Braxton. Someone, you may be moving to Texas. Now, my last message before I go ahead and close us out. So for someone, this could have been when you were younger, but I had an astral travel, okay? So for someone, you may have, there's some sort of like all girls dormitory, or maybe like a group home for some of you that you may have been in at some stage of your life, okay? But there was a girl who always somehow found her way in your room. You may have like always caught her snooping, didn't trust her around your stuff, or you felt like she was always looking over your shoulder, or she was always looking over your shoulder. It could have been very rude for some of you, okay? Or always had an attitude. You could have been seeing a lot of spiders, or spiders is going to be relevant for some of you, okay? Spiders could be a synchronicity. Or maybe you were also always sneezing around this person, okay? Sneezing is also highly relevant. Or strange things were always happening, okay? Some sort of something was always happening, or you were always finding strange things. Something of that nature, okay? Whew. Okay. But yes, she may not have understood why she was being excluded, but it was because she couldn't be trusted, okay? It was almost like every time she came around, it was like a dark cloud. For others of you, there could be a person that maybe you never tell things to, and it's because you don't trust them, or because they are nosy, or always constantly like, maybe they are always like giving their opinion where it's not needed, okay? Giving unnecessary opinions that you didn't ask for, or just like overstepping, okay? Like overstepping boundaries, or they just talk too damn much. It's like, mind your motherfucking business, period. This could have also been someone you didn't want in your house or sleeping at your house. Maybe they were always up before everyone else, or disappearing. Like I said, once again, overstepping boundaries, okay? So even if, you know, maybe you consider this person a friend, but it's like they don't understand. It's like they have no sort of boundaries, no sort of like lines that they know should not be crossed. It's just that, yeah, they just always in someone's business, or just, I don't know, just doing strange things, okay? Just weird. You may be someone, you may have really, really big eyes, or they're very unique, okay? So this could be like in color. One may be different from the other, or they change colors or give off this effect. For others, I was also seeing glass eyes. Okay, now this doesn't literally mean that you have to have a glass eye. Now someone could, okay, like maybe you don't have your actual vision. Okay, you are a seer. Okay, you are a seer, which is beyond the physical eye. For some of you, you know, people may have thought that you were snooping, but you weren't. And this could have possibly been because of, you know, things that you may have said innocently before you understood your gifts, okay? So, and it's like, you were just talking based on, you know, maybe like things that you were seeing, or maybe someone, like I said, you are someone who you move based on spirit. So maybe you just felt led to say certain things or tell people certain things. You know, maybe you are someone who you just naturally, like, you just prophesy to people naturally in the moment, and you don't necessarily think about it because that is what your spirit is leading you to do. Okay, so maybe people thought that you were, you know, snooping or something like that, or maybe you in the moment had a message for them and they didn't understand. Okay, is also what I'm getting. But also, I'm getting the message that someone's over-curious mind has caught up to them, okay, messing around in things that they shouldn't have and did not understand. Curiosity with no critical thinking skills is a recipe for disaster. And what they were cooking up for you never made it to the table because there was no place card with their name on it. So you dodged the bullet and shoved it down their own throat, and now they're choking on it. Capricorn, Leo, Sag, Scorpio, and Aquarius is relevant here. The month of August is highly, highly significant. But I was also getting that something is in the final stages. This is life for some. But also, okay, you are getting ready to take a big step, and take that however it means for you, okay? Because it is not a one size fits all. And like I said, we are all in different seasons, in different stages of our lives, and in different places, okay? So take that how it means for you, okay? Because we can't necessarily measure what is big to, you know, everyone and people, okay? So whatever, you know, you may have going on, take that how it goes. And, you know, I'm wishing you the best in whatever, you know, this big leap and big step that you are getting ready to take, okay? So, that is all I have for you guys today, okay? If you enjoyed this message, if it resonated with you, if you like my channel, my content, and my energy, I do ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, and I'll see you guys on next time. I love you all. Bye!